TV3 New Zealand.
Wait, who's
Hello.
on your shirt?
And Kate, we are
David
recording.
Lynch, I think.
Oh, okay.
Covering up my growing
yeah.
pregnant belly, so don't go punching my
I
baby
will
if
not.
it pops out in
I
the
will
middle
not
of this
punch
interview.
David Lynch.
Do not
Okay.
punch David Lynch. Congratulations on the campaign.
Thank you.
I'd imagine in an actual campaigning year, an election year in the States, or even going up to this point, that there would have been a lot of inspiration for this film and for Cam Brady and all the characters
Yes. Yeah, we've had a lot of material to choose from over the last 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 years. So, you know, it was fun to finally capitalize on all that.
Was your time with the legendary performances as George W., I mean, did you enjoy playing him so much that you imagined that you would like to create something that is more political, like the campaign?
You know, I mean, this was kind of a happy accident in the sense that it initially started with Zach and I just sitting down because I'd said, can't we do a movie together? And we'd known each other a while, and so we were kicking around ideas, and then at first it was just going to be kind of two silly characters in the South, you know, and then it was Adam McKay, my writing partner, who said, why don't you guys be competing Southern politicians, and we can you know, have it be a kind of a metaphor for how crazy our political system. And we're like, oh, that's great. And so that's how it all started. Yeah.
The crazy thing about the comedy in this is that it's kind of closer to reality than you kind of might imagine.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that far from it's obviously outlandish with people doing horrible things and then getting, you know, bumps in the poll numbers for no reason.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's funny and sad at the same time that we're not that far from these sort of tactics. Yeah.
If you take the two characters, they're both kind of lovable and hateable in kind of in different ways.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wonder, in shooting this film with you and Zach being in a film together, who's the funniest, do you think, in your view?
You know, there was an independent study that was done, and so this is not me boasting. It's just, you can look it up. But I was found to be 64% funnier than Zach.
That's a good stat.
I was shocked, frankly. I thought it was going to be the other way around, but, you know, I'll take it.
You feel proud?
I feel very proud, because once again, it was pure science.
Sure.
Yes.
No impact on your friendship with Zach at all, that statistic?
None whatsoever, at least from my standpoint, yeah.
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 I also likened you as actors. You have to be more than just as actors. You have to take your film around the world and tell people to come see it. And I sort of thought there's a little bit of a similarity between this whole process and the political campaigning.
Yeah, we you know, back home we did an 11-city kind of whistle-stop tour and really got a taste of what these candidates have to go through, and I don't know how they do it. Yeah, we had a newfound respect for how, you know, how much of the country you have to cover, and, you know, all the different kind of events you have to do, and it's, I don't know how they do it.
And you won the toss, obviously, so you got to do Australia and kind of New Zealand.
I got to do Australia, and Zach, I believe, gets to do Antarctica and the Congo. So,
excellent.
You know,
a win-win for
you. Win some, lose some. Yeah.
Separately from this, you have, in your time, created some of the most hilarious and most memorable and iconic comedy characters, and I was wondering if you have one that you personally hold the most dear.
You know, it's hard, which it's nice to be able to say that, because I've really, in looking back, and there's just so many movies that I had a great time doing, and I'm lucky that they've kind of resonated with people. But the one, probably Ron Burgundy, Anchorman, is probably the one that sticks out the most, just because it was so hard for us to get it made, you know, and we had, you know, a bunch of, I think we had 10 or 11 studios turn us down in one day when we first had the script, and no one understood that it was going to be a comedy, and people were like, what, a comedy about news people? This won't be funny. And we're trying to explain, like, well, no, these are, it's gonna be insane, don't worry. And so the fact that it's kind of has the kind of cult following that it does, and is the reason why we're making a sequel. So that's going to be. I've never made a sequel of anything I've done before, so that's going to be. We're really looking forward to that.
As are we, and I bet no problems getting that one greenlit, I'm thinking.
Well, there was at first, and then now we're okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Crikey.
Yeah, I know. It's very bizarre.
With Funny or Die, genius, obviously, does it give you so much more creative freedom? The internet affords talents like you to kind of do whatever you want to do without having to kind of toe the line.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to have this kind of refuge to go to, and when you have, because there are some ideas that aren't really for long form. They really are just kind of little sketches and better suited for the internet. And but for us, I think it's even more exciting that it's now becoming this developing, I don't know, kind of a workshop, if you will, for new writers, new directors, actors, people in comedy trying to kind of come up. And a lot of people have left Funny or Die to go on now and direct in TV and film and write and do all these things. So it's great to be able to provide that opportunity to people who are up and coming.
Sure, so it's like a bit of an incubator in your view.
So they will always have to thank us. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That sounds fair. Yeah. I'm getting wrapped. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
And a real pleasure to meet you.
All right.
Thanks.
Yes, likewise.